Hello, welcome to another episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. I hope you are having a great day wherever you're at. In today's episode, we're going to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. We're going to talk about stamps, but not regular postage stamps. Today, we're going to talk about United States federal duck stamps. Now, if you're wondering what's a duck stamp, we're going to get into that in just a second. Recently, I was on an online auction site and had an opportunity to purchase several of these duck stamps. I did so because I thought the artwork was really magnificent. I know that these stamps are very popular, not just with traditional stamp collectors, but also with wildlife enthusiasts and people who like to collect wildlife artwork. So these are very popular collectibles and very popular stamps, and I thought I would share some information about them today on this program. These are the stamps, and I'll be giving you a closer look at those as we go through this episode of Snail Mail with Smokey. So what is a duck stamp? Well, it all goes back to the Migratory Bird Hunting and Conservation Stamp Act. This is commonly referred to as the Duck Stamp Act, and it was conceived in 1934 when Congress passed this legislation. It was then signed into law by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It required that all waterfowl hunters who were over the age of 16 years old must purchase and possess a valid federal waterfowl hunting stamp prior to taking migratory waterfowl. Now, receipts from the sale of this stamp are deposited into a special treasury account known as the Migratory Bird Conservation Fund. These funds are not subject to appropriations. Now, migratory bird hunters, all of those that are over the age of 16, must possess a current signed federal duck stamp along with state licenses and permits in order to hunt waterfowl legally. Now, I said something there that I want you to catch. If you're hunting ducks or waterfowl, you must not only possess this stamp, but you must have your signature written on the stamp in order for it to be valid as far as hunting purposes go. You'll notice that the ones that I have purchased are unsigned, but there are many available online for sale that are signed by people who have used those for that purpose. Now, hunters have played an integral part in conserving America's wildlife and habitat, and this is best illustrated by the success of the federal duck stamp program. For 90 years, by buying duck stamps, waterfowl hunters and others have supported the conservation of more than 6 million acres of wetland habitat. The annual federal duck stamp goes on sale at the end of June, and a first day of issue event is often held to celebrate the artists, the purchasers, and the conservation partners. Anyone can contribute to wildlife habitat conservation by purchasing a federal duck stamp. Since quality wetland habitats provide habitat for a myriad of species, including threatened and endangered plants and animals, as well as provide clean water, aid in flood control, and reduce the effects of soil erosion, this is a great program. Duck stamp purchases allow you and I to be an active conservationist. Healthy habitats also enhance outdoor recreation opportunities, which can provide an economic incentive to local communities. Federal duck stamps are printed in two formats. They're printed on pressure-sensitive adhesive paper. The most common format is a pane of a $1 bill-size sheetlet, which features a detachable stamp on a carrier with an additional artwork and information. A smaller number of perforated sheets of 20 stamps are printed as well. These are primarily purchased by those who are wanting to collect the stamp and are sometimes harder to acquire. Stamp and wildlife art collectors add to their valuable collections as well as support conservation at the same time when they purchase a duck stamp. As the longest running single theme stamp in the world, federal duck stamps are miniature works of art. In addition to being the only conservation revenue stamp, the federal duck stamp is also unique in the way that the stamp is created. Each year, the United States Fish and Wildlife Service holds an art contest, the only juried art competition sponsored by the United States federal government. It is open to any artist 18 years or older to submit their design for the next year's federal duck stamp. The winning artist then sees his or her work featured as the design on the following year's federal duck stamp. Many states in the United States also issue their own duck stamps. In some states, the stamps are purely a collector's item, but in other states, the stamps have a similar role in hunting and conservation, just like the federal duck stamps. There are many states that also hold contests to choose the art for their stamp. Now, you'll see there are various prices on the stamps that I'm showing you. The current price of a federal duck stamp is now $25. For more information on the federal duck stamp program, you can contact the United States Fish and Wildlife Service via their website, which will be in the description of this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this brief overview of this exciting niche collection of United States duck stamps. Let me know, is it something that you collect? Is it something that you would like to collect? For those of you who live outside of the U.S., are there similar programs where you live? I'd really be interested to hear about that. Well, once again, this is the time in the episode that I ask, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button right now. Also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when future episodes are available to watch right here on YouTube. Don't forget to give me a big old thumbs up. Leave me a positive comment below. I appreciate each and every one of them. I read each of them, try to respond to every one of them as soon as I can. So thank you all for supporting the channel. Thanks for watching, and until I see you next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.